Hey TV fans, welcome to Tori Talks TV. I'm Tori.
And I'm Dr. S.
On this episode, we'll be discussing Ted Lasso Season 2, Episode 3, which is called Do the Right-est Thing. Hey, how do you feel about Jaime Tart being back on the team?
You know, because we know the why behind Ted's decision, I'm okay with it. I'm all for finding out, how to help people who had rough childhoods. So I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it too, and he seems to have turned over a new leaf. I really think so. I know he's trying to buy their affection, but I think he really wants to fit in with them.
I do too. I did not like the plan to buy back their affection, but I think he wound up buying it back in the better way.
Yes.
The rightest way, I
guess.
guess.
The rightest way.
So I was in it. I thought it was a little quick.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to get dragged out over a couple episodes, but I still bought it though. Yeah. I was like, I believe he would do that, and it worked for me.
It worked for me, too. You know what else worked for me? His headband.
I really like the headband. Why?
Why does that work?
You know who used to do that? Who? Leonardo DiCaprio, and it worked for me then, too.
Oh, I don't even remember that, but yeah. I was not mad at it at all. All right, so did you notice that when Jaime needs something, he kind of leans on Keeley?
Yes.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
It's cute. It's endearing. But I'm worried.
I'm worried as well. I think that Roy is very mature.
Yeah.
In his ability to not be totally mad about that whole relationship. Really mature. And I buy that too.
Yes.
Because he's trying so hard to be mature.
Yes.
But honestly, it is troublesome.
I don't know why I have a sneaking
tension.
suspicion.
Do you feel tension? I feel tension.
Yeah, a little bit. There's a lot of history there. So yes, fear. Well, Keeley, she does an awesome gesture. She brings him to Dr. Sharon, to Jaime, to see Dr. Sharon, which is great because he says, well, so I just have to talk about myself, which of course Jaime Tart would love to talk about himself.
Yes.
So that I would like to see where that goes.
I hope we get to see some of those sessions.
I hope so too. I wanted more. This episode did fly by though. I blinked and it was done.
Yes, I totally agree.
Yes. Okay, let's talk about Rebecca and Nora, who is just as sassy as her mom.
Yes.
Sassy.
Yes.
I really liked them together in this episode. I get annoyed sometimes with children. I'm sorry. I'm so like Roy. But I really liked her.
I did too.
And what she brought to this episode.
Yes, I did too.
And their whole relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like I relate. I'm not a godmother, but I'm an aunt. And I feel like you have to keep up that relationship.
It's hard too because Rebecca was trying so hard to fill it with activities.
Yes.
And I just loved how who gave her the advice?
Roy?
Roy, yeah. Oh, Roy. Duh.
Of course. Right.
What did he say? Do you want to go to the podiatrist with me? That was such a great example.
It was great that he said, you don't have to throw them a parade. They just want to be a part of your life.
It was such, brilliant advice.
From who? Of all people?
I know.
He's so funny. I have to say, when they were in front of that doll shop, this is my favorite line of the episode. I'm just going to have these every episode. When Rebecca says, she's talking about the dolls, the Americans really do the historical doll concept better, don't they? Must be their innate sense of triumph, however misguided.
Yes, that was awesome.
I love when they take little jabs at Americans.
Yes.
I'm okay with it. It really is funny to me, and I'm okay with it. Keep it coming.
Yeah, it just... who talks like that, though? Just, throws those in like that? But it does feel really natural when they do it.
I didn't realize they thought this way of Americans, but it's hilarious. All right, let's move on to my favorite character of this episode, maybe of the whole series, is Sam.
Oh my gosh,
Sweet
yes.
Sam.
Oh my gosh,
I love to call him
totally.
Sweet Sam. So that whole controversy with, he was so excited to get this ad with Dubai Air, their biggest sponsor, and he was thinking, oh my gosh, I could actually fly my family from Nigeria because of this.
I know.
Only to find out that this company that owns Dubai Air is involved with this oil spill, and they're not even willing to help, and they're paying off the government.
Oh, yeah.
It's way more scandalous than I could have thought.
The only thing, though, that I was wondering was, why is this the first he's heard of it? They're on his jersey.
Oh.
Dad's never mentioned that before. Could it be that just because he was actually a spokesperson, then it crossed the line?
I believe that that's true. I think he went along with it because, you kind of have to, and they're all sporting it. But for him to be
the
Nigerian,
face?
yes.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that.
I do believe Sam to be a super principled man, and I love his decision to tape over the logo.
Yes.
But even more than that, the Nigerians on the team tape over the logo.
Mhm.
Jaime, and then the whole team in solidarity.
Oh, I just got chills again.
Tape over
it was
the
amazing.
logo. It was amazing. And I like that this episode was less Ted Lasso about him and more about other characters. Let's all rise to the top, you know? And that's what Ted wants. He wants to bring out the best in everybody.
Yes, it's more important to than winning and losing is about the teamwork and like who you are as a person. So
yes.
That was totally awesome.
Now, my question about this whole thing is, how did Rebecca get out of it so easily? I feel like something's coming. You can't just say, hey, by the way, Sam, he's going to pull out of that ad and you have to be okay with it. And he's like, okay. I don't think it's that simple.
Well, I think they're going to lose the sponsor. I think it was already implied in there that it's
their biggest sponsor,
yes,
and they're okay with it.
She just said F you.
And how are you okay with it? But I'm okay with it too.
I am too. I think that she's going to find a way to get another sponsor. But the impression I got by the end of the episode was that relationship is done. But she was okay with
no
that,
remorse about it.
Which is awesome.
Okay, because she did forward his phone call. So
yes.
I guess that would be
yes, because he was calling, right? He was calling and she was like, I don't care.
All right, goodbye, Dubai.
Bye.
Sam, you're MVP of this episode for me. And now, a new character, Led Tasso. The anti-Ted Lasso. I think this was kind of a fun bit for Jason Sudeikis to play. He's always this chipper, upbeat Ted Lasso, and he kind of got to be the alter ego.
Yes, that was
and it
hilarious.
Was very humorous. When he's saying touch your toes, now touch each other's toes. I laughed out loud for a long time.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense, and I still didn't understand why they were doing it. In fact, I was a little annoyed. This is such cheap humor until Savior, Dr. Sharon, said, oh, I get it. You're just doing this so that you look like the bad guy and Jamie's not the bad guy. Oh, okay. That's why.
Didn't they also say that it's never actually worked?
Yeah.
The example where it worked had nothing to do with, like, sports at all.
It was just something they came up with in, like, Lincoln, Nebraska, something random like that. Yes. But it all comes together in the end. Just when I started to question the writers, I feel better about it now. By the way, they broke their tie streak because they lost.
Yeah.
This is also funny. Another little nugget. Not really a nugget, but I'm kind of questioning Ted and Sassy. They hooked up, right? I don't see the chemistry between them.
I did not know that Rebecca knew. We didn't know she knew until this episode, right?
Oh, we didn't.
Because at the end of last season,
we didn't.
As we went in to start reviewing this season, I suspected that Rebecca was going to find out, and it might be a thing, but it's not a thing.
Of
they
course
were just
it's not.
Talking about it like it was
so cool.
No big deal.
They're so cool.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if, that was probably just a one-time thing, but I don't really feel the chemistry between those actors even. I mean, the characters, I get
not
it.
in this episode.
Yeah.
Last season when they hooked up, I was totally down with it. It
Yes.
was it made sense in the story, but now the way they interacted is just like a thing that happened, which is kind of cool.
Which is great.
Right?
Yes.
It was like, no big deal, it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more little nugget. Keeley has jumped on this dating app bandwagon. It's called Banter, and I kind of was intrigued by the concept that there's no photos.
Same here. What a profound concept.
I
and
know.
what if the footballers actually did go on there and start picking your people, and then all of a sudden this like footballer Sam shows up. What?
Oh.
Jamie shows up.
Oh man.
I'd be like, no.
I think this episode was kind of a cool down episode, and I liked it because it's always so like jam packed and action filled that I liked it. We took a breather.
Yes.
But it was still just as funny and delightful.
They needed to bring Jaime back in that, and it worked. The way they did it made sense. And made Sam a bigger character, which is really great.
Yes. I want to know more about all of them.
Yes.
Let's keep this going. All right. That's all we have to talk about today. Let us know what you thought of this episode. Please comment below, and please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.